suffer, so we gotta make a specific kind of mix. So this is just gonna be the middle of the road mix. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's say you've got 5 pots. We're gonna make an average mix. We've got compost, peat moss, potting mix, and perlite. So let's say we want to add each of those in equal parts, and we've got this size container. What I'm going to do is, oh, you know what I'll do it? I'll do it like this. 1 full pot will be our unit of measurement. So we've got 5 pots, and we know that we've got 1 ingredient, 2 ingredients, 3 ingredients, 4 ingredients. So we've got 4 ingredients, 5 pots. Let's make our pot be the unit of measurement. So fill 1 pot to the top. Cool. Perlite, done. We use the perlite because it's nice and light and fluffy, and it lets the roots grow right through the soil. It doesn't let the soil get compacted, which is not an issue outside if you have a garden that you don't walk in, but in pots, there's a tendency for the ground to get compacted, so you want to add perlite. It also increases drainage. Next, we've got compost. A nice big scoop of compost. Next, peat moss. And finally, potting soil. Okay. So now we've got all of these in equal parts. We're going to add them into here and mix them up. But now we've got this extra guy. So we know that when we mix it all up and pour it back out, we're not miraculously going to get the 5th pot. So I'm just going to mix this one myself by hand. And I'm going to break it up into quarters. So 1/4 of the pot gets the perlite. 1/4 of the pot, making halfway, gets the compost. 1/4 of the pot gets the peat moss. And I finished it off with the top of the potting mix. There you go. So this is all of these in equal parts. So now that we know what we've got, we can just dump them into any old container. And we're not going to have any waste. So that's what it looks like. Mix it up. Mixed. One thing I'm going to add, some plant food. So we've mixed this all up, and there's a little bit of nutrients in here for your plant, but there's not enough for the plant over the long term. So this is some slow release indoor garden plant food. And this is what we're going to mix in here lastly. And it has nothing to do with this ratio. It's going to be much smaller. We'll put about a handful of slow release in here. Plant food. It comes in lots of different containers, but I had no idea what you're growing, so this is just an average mix. Finally, a very small amount of lime. Like less than a handful, just a pinch. Just a little pinch. Mix again. Dig deep, get the edges. Okay, now we can start refilling. And you can just take your pots and scoop it up. 1. And it's okay if it goes to the tippy top, because the first time you water it, it's actually going to sink down just to the part that we want. Oh my gosh, there's no left over. Done.